Let me guess, when you first started your journey with English and you had your vision of being fluent, you would never make a mistake, you would speak absolutely perfectly. Natives would be like, whoa, oh my God, you're better than me. And then you quickly realize that nope, it doesn't work that way. We do make mistakes and none of us are perfect. Unfortunately, guys, none of us are perfect and we do make mistakes, and it is okay to be imperfect. Hey guys, what's up? It's Dale here, your favorite English coach. I'm really glad to see you here. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome in again. And if you are new, this channel, and welcome obviously, but this channel is all about taking you from where you are now, usually stuck in that intermediate level, and then taking you to wherever you want to get to, which is usually fluency, speaking fluently without having to stumble and edit in your head and think, but just to be able to speak as naturally, and keyword naturally, as you do in your native language. So if that's interesting to you, come in, join the family, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and let's get into the video. Okay guys, so let's get straight into this and talk about a little bit about perfectionism and why you shouldn't aim to be or try to be a perfectionist with English or any other language that you end up learning. In fact, with anything in life, guys. So it's a short video, but a really important topic to talk about quickly, okay? So my advice to you straight off the bat is do not try to be a perfectionist in the language. That is basically the answer. I think you guys kind of like suss that one out, realize that. But it isn't a good idea to be a perfectionist, okay? So here are a couple of reasons why you shouldn't be a perfectionist in English or any field of life, okay? I'm guilty of this. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when I make these videos, when I'm doing different things, the courses and all this kind of stuff that I'm creating. It was really hard for me personally, to be honest, to not be a perfectionist and just get the job done. But this does lead to the first reason why you shouldn't be a perfectionist. Guess what I'm going to say? You don't get done. I beeped out the swear word there. If you are a perfectionist, like I am guilty of being, you will end up staying stuck and you won't get things done. So another word here, maybe a new word here, is you procrastinate. Perfectionism equals procrastination, okay? If you are too much of a perfectionist, you end up doing nothing and you stay stuck. We don't want this, obviously. Just trust me on this one. I've wasted so much time trying to be so perfect with my visuals, my audio, kind of even in this video. I may have to re-edit or re-record many times, or not many times, but a few times, and it's because what happens, guys, is you get in your head so much that you think, and then of course applying this to when you're speaking, you think in your head for some reason that you're going to be, and we're all kind of guilty of doing this as well, but we want to we want to look smart, we want to feel confident, we just want to look really good, we want to look smart, and we just want to impress people. It's natural human nature to want to do so, but we've got to learn that it's in our head and we are focused too much in here and not in the reality of it all. We all make mistakes, guys, and that's the main theme of this video here. But you will stay stuck and you will not actually make any further progress because you will stay stuck, and it will prevent you from doing things. That's kind of a part two there of the first point. You won't get things done. But the second thing, the most critical problem is that you will give up. Okay, so you will give up. If you stay stuck, you will lose motivation, and that goes with motivation as well. Okay, so motivation, you'll lose motivation, and then you will give up. They go hand in hand, okay? Hand in hand just means two things go so perfectly together, whether positively or negatively. In this case, negatively. If you have no motivation, you will give up. But guess what? If you flip it around to the positive side, if you have a ton of motivation, because you learn what I'm about to teach you, what you should do in just a second, if you build that motivation up, see progress, you're gonna keep going, and that's what we want. That's my main job, is keeping you going, okay, as a coach, English coach. But again, that's one of the big problems, is if you have no motivation, you stay stuck, make no progress, you are definitely going to give up. So that's the second big problem. There's about 4 there, but I've mixed them into 2 to sound better, I guess. But they kind of all go hand in hand anyway. So they're the reasons why you shouldn't try to be a perfectionist. So what can you do instead? So we now know we can't be a perfectionist when we are speaking, especially when speaking in the language. I mean, it does apply to other areas, but especially with speaking, that's where we just for some reason try to be very, very perfect in the language. And also another side note, by the way, guys, even native speakers of English, moi, make mistakes in the language. I make mistakes so often it's almost embarrassing. And I'm a native. I have 31 years of English input into my brain, and I've had 25 years of speaking, or whatever it is, 27, 28 years of English speaking. Even when I was a bit, obviously baby, it was beginner stuff, but nevertheless, that's still like 27 years of speaking. So even for me, it happens. So what is the answer to this, based on what I just said as well? The answer is, so we all make mistakes. None of us are perfect when it comes to speaking in English, even me. So don't worry, guys, it happens to the best of us, trust me. But based on that, what's the answer? It's really simple. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. Can you guess it? Anyone? Be okay with making mistakes. And be okay with making many mistakes. Okay? I try not to sound patronizing when I say that. I'm trying to do it in a very fun way. But in all seriousness, though, you need to make mistakes. And you need to make a lot of mistakes. And you need to be okay with making those mistakes. It's really imperative, guys. It's really important that you make mistakes, but you also start to enjoy it, because the more mistakes you make, the quicker you will learn. And then you will stop making those mistakes. And then guess what? Progress, motivation, success, fluency. Boom. They see me rolling. Okay? It's that simple, guys, all right? So that is the solution. A few tips is, do it on your own first. Maybe just practice with yourself, make mistakes. I have exercises that I can share and stuff that can help you with speaking practice. But of course, we want you to get the input in first and then output, hence input to output. But you can start the process of output, making those mistakes, or I should really say, when you are in the stage of doing the output, so speaking and writing. So input, by the way, guys, if you don't know, you should know, but if you don't, input is listening and reading, and output and watching, and an output is speaking and writing, okay? But, when you're in the process of just starting your output stage, at the end stage, or the next stage, or the last stage, I should say, just get used to making the mistakes on your own. And then when you're getting comfortable on your own making mistakes, get a friend, get your girlfriend, your boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, family member, and then that'll be the next stage. Start making mistakes in front of them, because you trust them, you're more comfortable with them. Obviously, make sure it's someone that you're actually comfortable with. And then after that stage, so on your own, the next stage with family, friends, partner, etc. And then the third stage is getting on places like italki, HelloTalk, Tandem. I'll make a video about that, about like best places to go to practice speaking. But I've just kind of given you the answer there, but I'll talk more about that in another video. But go to places like this. Some are paid, some are unpaid, free, some are paid, some are free. But just go, and then that'll be the final stage of practicing with people you don't know. And that's just a simple way of just slowly building your way up with confidence of not just, I'm going to be perfect when I get to the end stage with these people, with these strangers, these random strangers, the natives. No, you're building your way up to speaking to natives and strangers, but you're building up your okayness with being imperfect. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. That is my best advice I can give to you. So just start off here, get okay with making mistakes on your own, build to friends and family, and then progress to, native speakers, proficient speakers in English, maybe even me as well, if we end up doing live sessions. And that's it. and then just build it there. But you're really training to love and be, not at least being okay with, but hopefully loving making mistakes in English, because the more mistakes you make and the faster you make them and the more okay and in love you are with them, if you can get that to that place, that's the highest level of maturity. If you can get there, the quicker you will get to the results. It's just like us when we're babies. The difference is with you, I should say, with adults and babies and children, is that they're completely fine making mistakes. They don't care. I have 2 kids in my life, and I can see they don't care. They really don't care. They make the mistakes, they move on. They don't go, oh my God, why did I say that 2 days ago? Why? Oh my God, why stupid idiot do? They don't do that. They just get on with it, and they just learn for the next time and the next time, until many repetitions later, they finally get it. So guys, be a baby, be a child, and that is the acquisitional method and approach, obviously, as well. So just be like a baby, be like a child's mind, absorb, immerse, soak up, and enjoy being imperfect and enjoy making those mistakes, so that you can not make them anymore and sound fantastic when speaking in English. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video. I really hope that this has helped you, given you some motivation, some inspiration, and also made you clear on the fact that making mistakes is actually a good thing, and being perfect is really damaging to your success in your journey, all right, with English. So with that said, make sure to like and share, comment if you need to ask any questions. I'll be happy to respond ASAP. And of course, subscribe, tap that bell notification, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.